And so, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, one of Warmington-on-Sea's most distinguished citizens, a man of many parts, banker, soldier, magistrate, alderman, and secretary of the Rotary Club. A good fellow all round. Ladies and gentlemen, Alderman George Mannering.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Town Clerk, ladies and gentlemen. When I was first invited to be a guest of honor tonight at the launching of Warmington-on-Sea's I'm Backing Britain campaign, I accepted without hesitation. After all, I have always backed Britain. I got into the habit of it in 1940. But then we all backed Britain. It was the darkest hour in our history. The odds were absurdly against us. But, young and old, we stood there, defiant, determined to survive, to recover, and finally, to win. The news was desperate, but our spirits were always high.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
The massive Nazi war machine is pushing its way across Europe, laying waste neutral countries with a savagery unmatched in history. When Hitler comes up against British troops, it's a different story. They fight him every inch of the way, giving as good as they get. It's a tough battle. But is Tommy Atkins downhearted? We'll say he's not. Why should he be with a leader like this? To make Tommy's task more difficult, a new menace has been added to an already brutal struggle. Hordes of parachutists descend from the skies, trained to sabotage lines of communication. And who knows, even our own shores may not long be spared this, the latest of Hitler's tricks. We all have our part to play, and every effort is being made to confuse the enemy. Every day our defenses are strengthened, and if they do come, let's give them a sharp look.
Going home, are they?
Sir?
Well done, Pike. Oh, by Jove, these things are heavy.
Oh, that's the sand being wet, sir. If you waited for the tide to go out, it'd have been twice as easy.
Well, never mind, Pike. They'll keep out the German bullets, that's the point. Don't take so long over the next one.
Oh, that's not my fault, sir. I spent 10 minutes picking the shrimps out of that lot.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. On there, please.
Well, it's a reasonable field of fire, I suppose. It covers most of the high street.
Oh, yes. Yes, I think we can quite happily say that Jerry's parachutists will be as dead as mutton from Stetton Simpson's to Timothy White's. We'll get a clear run down to the Pier Pavilion if that blasted woman to get out of the telephone box.
That'll be Mrs. Hoskins calling her sister in Petford. She'll only be 3 minutes, sir.
Well, let's hope that Hitler stays his hand until Mrs. Hoskins gets the pips.
Let's hope he waits until we get a machine gun.
It's the last one, sir.
What do you mean, the last one? They're nowhere near high enough.
Oh, well, there's no more sand, sir.
No more sand? Nonsense, there's a beach full of it down there.
Oh, well, the tide's in. The war's up to here. But right over my mum's Wellington's getting that last one. She went on about it.
Pike, the dampness of your mum's Wellingtons is of very little consequence when the whole of Europe is writhing under the Nazi heel.
No, my mum won't see it like that, will she?
Well, sir, I suppose we could get some more sand at low tide.
Time is not on our side, Wilson.
Ah.
We must improvise. Tell me, how much copper have we got?
Copper?
Yes, copper, pennies.
Well, I suppose about 10 5-pound bags.
Go get them, Pike. Lay them out along here.
Yes, sir. I don't think we ought to do that, you know, sir.
Why not?
Well, it'll cause a penny shortage in the town.
Well?
Well, it'll be very inconvenient, sir.
Very, won't they? Don't they know there's a war on?
I don't think head office is going to like this at all,
Oh,
sir.
Wilson, this is no time for red tape. At any moment, hordes of German parachutists may drop on us from the skies. They'll be using all sorts of disguises, you know.
Hmm?
A whole platoon of them could come dressed as nuns, set up their headquarters in that church across the road, and you'd never notice.
Well, I think I would, sir. You see, that happens to be the Methodist chapel.
2 bags, sir.
Ah, well done, Pike. Well done.
The cashier says, will you sign for him as though you're putting him in the vault, or shall we open an account in your name and give you an overdraft?
I'll talk to him later. See you, that is, Wilson.
Yes, of course.
Sad not to be disturbed.
Yes.
Now, here, Pike. Take this paper, lick it, and stick it in crosses on the windows.
It's an army dispatch rider from GHQ Eastern Command, sir, and he's got a packet.
Oh, poor devil. What was it, a sniper?
It's for you, sir.
Oh, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Whipped them to the post, did I? A few weeks ago, I sent a letter to GHQ asking for instructions in case of an invasion. I told them that I held a commission and that I'd served in the last conflict.
Somewhere in the Orkneys, wasn't it, sir?
I was a commissioned officer, Wilson, and I served in France during the whole of 1919.
Yes, but I thought the war ended in 1918, I thought, sir.
Well, somebody had to clear up the mess.
Oh, yes, of course.
Where were you during the war?
Mons, Gallipoli, Passchendaele. I was a sergeant in the RS.
Never mind that now. Yes, sir. In view of the grave danger of enemy parachutists landing in the home counties, it has been decided to form a force of local volunteers to guard certain strategic points. This force will be known as the Local Defence Volunteers. Yes, Miss King?
It's Anthony Eden, sir.
In person?
On the wireless. They say it's very important.
We want large numbers of such men in Great Britain who are British subjects between the ages of 17 and 65. 17 and 65. The name of the new force will be the Local Defence Volunteer. This name describes its duties in 3 words. Here then is the opportunity for which so many of you have been waiting. Your loyal help will make and keep our country safe.
Right. Let's go to it. Right, back to work, Miss King. Now, the first thing we've got to do is set up an invasion committee.
Yes.
Mike,
Yes, sir?
whatever's the matter, boy?
I feel sick, sir, slicking all this paper.
Now listen to me. We 3 are the invasion committee. Now, the first thing to do is to appoint a properly appointed commander.
A what, sir?
Appoint a properly appointed commander. That's me. All right?
All right.
You will be my second in command.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you.
What next? Ah, yes. Means of conveying instructions and information to the public. An information officer will be appointed. Pike, that'll be you. The information officer will be supplied with a megaphone.
Oh.
Hold that, Wilson.
Yes, of course. All right, like that.
Yeah. You'll find that in times like these, improvisation is the keynote to success.
Well done, sir.
There's your megaphone, lad. Now, your first job is to jump on your bicycle and go round the town delivering this message. All local defence volunteers to report to the church hall at 6 o'clock tonight. Try that. Oh, come here, let me show you. All local defence volunteers to report to the church hall at 6 o'clock tonight.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, history repeats itself, Wilson. Times of peril always bring great men to the fore. Wellington, Churchill,
Al Johnson.
Al Johnson.
him home on leave. There's a girl wants him home on leave.
The meeting was called for 6 o'clock. It's 20 past. Where is he?
I could have had time for a round of golf. Do you know that? I've just bought a new...
Excuse me.
One moment. Do you mind getting back? We're waiting for the appointed commander.
I am the appointed commander.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you are, sir. Tell me, did you get the enrollment forms?
No.
Well, hadn't they got any at the police station?
They wouldn't let me have them without putting in an application form.
Well, then why didn't you, sir?
They hadn't got any.
Oh, I see.
I got those, however.
Oh, but look here, these are paying in forms.
Oh,
sir.
don't keep putting obstacles in the way, Wilson. Get the first man.
All right, hello. Right, sir. Would you mind stepping this way, please?
Wilson.
Well, come here. What's it?
I intend to mold those men out there into an aggressive fighting unit. I'm going to lead them, command them, inspire them to be ruthless killers. And I'm not going to get very far if you're going to invite them to step this way, am I? Quick march is the order.
Ah, there's sir. All right, quick march!
Not much point. I'm here already.
Name?
James Fraser.
Occupation?
I keep a philatelist shop.
How do you spell that?
S-H-O-P.
Thank you very much. I imagine you've not had any previous army experience?
No, none at all.
No, we can usually tell, can't we, Sergeant?
Yes, we can, sir.
Once a soldier, always a soldier.
Yes, of course.
I'm a sailor. Chief Petty Officer, Royal Navy. Retired.
Sign there.
Are you swearing?
I never said a word.
You army type. Aren't you taking swearing an oath of allegiance?
Oh, yes, of course we are. We're going to do that later. Wait outside.
Come, boys brigade, men.
Have to watch that man, Wilson.
Yes, sir, yes.
Bolts you lot, these jack tars.
Yes, I quite agree with you.
Next man.
All right, next man, please. All right, quick march. Yeah. All right. Halt.
How do you do? Howdy. Name?
Godfrey, Charles Godfrey.
Occupation?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm retired, but I was 25 years in the civil service.
Oh, really? Indian or British?
Civil service stores.
Any previous military experience?
Well, I was several years in the sports department, of course. That meant archery and air guns.
Yeah. Well, no doubt your knowledge in specialist fields will be of great use to us. Would you just sign that, would you?
Oh, I'd love to. Is that all?
For the moment.
Don't I get a receipt or something?
This is a fighting unit, not a dry cleaner's.
Do that, would you, please? I'm sorry. Right turn, quick march, and just veer round to the right.
Evening, gents.
Name?
My card.
Joe Walker, wholesale supplier. I suppose you won't be with us very long. You'll be called up any day, I should think.
Oh, no, God, no. I'm, what's his name? Reserved occupation.
How do you make that out?
Well, I'm an wholesale supplier, aren't I? I mean, I supply essential supplies.
Any previous military experience?
I've got a girlfriend in the ATS. Yeah, all right. Oh, by the way, anytime you gents require anything, you know what I mean, just give us a tip, you know what I mean.
Thank you very much, yes. We'll bear it in mind.
Right turn, quick march.
Pardon?
Right turn, quick march.
Well, you might wait for the ink to dry.
Right. Oh, stand out. Ace. Evening, Mr. Manring. Evening, Mr. Wilson. You know me, don't you, sir?
Right. It's Mr. Jones, the butcher, from the High Street, isn't it?
That's right, sir.
Don't you think Mr. Jones is perhaps a little bit too old, sir?
Old? Who are you calling old?
Oh, no.
You give me a chance to get to those Jerry parachutists, I'll soon sort them out.
You see, Wilson, it's keenness that counts,
Yes,
not
of
age.
course.
That's the ticket, sir. I'm as keen as mustard.
Have you any previous military experience?
Now you're talking. I signed on as a drummer boy in 1884. Later, I saw service in the Sudan. Fought the Fuzzy Wuzzies. Fuzzy Wuzzies, they were the boys. They come at you with a great long knife and zip you right open. They soon find out if you've got any guts or not. Them Fuzzy Wuzzies, they was the only one that could break the British square. Not like those Jerrys, they couldn't break the skin off a rice pudding. They don't like the cold steel, you see, sir. They don't like it up 'em, you see, sir. They don't like the...
Get him a chair,
Don't excite yourself. No, that's right.
Thank you, sir.
That's all right.
I'm not as young as I was, sir. But that's not going to stop me being in there with the bayonets over the cold steel,
No,
sir.
quite
Not
so.
going to stop
Quite
me,
so,
sir.
Mr. Jones. I think you've made your point.
Yes, sir.
Just sign that, would you, please?
Certainly, sir. Thank you, sir.
When did you leave the army?
1915, sir. I was invalided out, sir. The old minces, I couldn't quite make the focus, I see, sir.
Presumably that's why you signed the table.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Oh, sir. Yes. There's a couple of pounds of steak there, sir. Compliment to the house.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, sir, what about my stripe?
Your stripe?
I was in Lance Corporal for 14 years. Can I keep it?
No, Jones, I'm afraid you can't.
Well, in that case, I'll keep the steak, I think.
Let's not be too hasty about this. We shall be needing NCOs, you know, Wilson.
Yes, of course we will, sir, yes.
Yes, and I've no doubt that Mr. Jones's previous military experience could stand us in very good stead.
Yes.
Right, that's all. Lance Corporal Jones.
Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman. Well, TTFN, about that. Leg, right, leg, right, leg, right, leg. Can I do you now, sir?
Yes, very good. Very funny, sir. Awfully good.
Well, we'll share this later, shall we?
Sort it out very quick. Right, who's in charge here?
I am. Why?
Right, we'll get this all cleared out at once.
What?
Come on, get these blokes out of here.
Are you out of your mind? You realise that history's taking place in there?
In 5 minutes' time, an ARP lecture is taking place in this hall.
I am trying to enrol men for the LDV, and if you're not very careful, I shall requisition this hall for military purposes.
You're too late, mate. It's already been requisitioned for the civil defence for my purposes. So get this lot out so I can carry on with my lecture.
Are you asking the army to retreat?
Why not? You've had plenty of practice lately. That's right. Look, gents, we don't want to get excited, do we? I mean, I've got my job to do and you've got yours. If you want to carry on here in this office, well, it won't bother me. But get this other lot out, quick, sharp. Go. Blimey, pulled it in all but... Come on!
Oh, so what are we going to do, sir? We've only enrolled 4 so far.
Well, we'll just have to dispense with the formalities. Get them all in here.
All right. Yeah.
Right, come on. At the double.
Inside here. All of you. Come on.
All right,
Come on now. Gather round. Quickly, please. We all in. Now, men, you've answered your country's call today. We're all here to defend our homes and our loved ones. And I know that you will not shirk that duty. We've no guns. We are naked. But we have one invaluable weapon in our army: ingenuity and improvisation.
That's 2.
I want you all to go to your homes, gather what weapons you can, and come back here in an hour's time. From tonight, whatever the odds, we Englishmen, we British, we here are going to be able to say, come on, Jerry, we're waiting for you. Don't forget your gas mask. That's all. Dismissed. Thank you, sir.
That's really very nice.
You wave me goodbye. Cheerio, here I go on my way. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye.
Squad, attention! Try and get it right. Squad, stand at east. Attention! All right, sir. The men are all ready for your inspection.
Very smart, Corporal. What's that supposed to be, boy?
Well, you said if you had nothing else, we'd tie a carving knife to a broom handle.
I didn't say keep the brush on the end of it, you stupid boy.
Well, he should have said.
I don't want any insubordination. Take this man's name, Sergeant.
What's your name, lad?
Well, you should know by now. You've been a friend of my mum since before I was born.
Well, see, it doesn't happen again.
Where did you get that gun?
Eh?
The gun, where did you get it?
Well, it belongs to my friend, actually.
I see. He's got a friend. A gun.
Yes, I can see that, sir, yes.
Well?
Yes, well.
I'm the officer.
Yes, sir, quite.
You're the sergeant.
Quite, yes, sir.
We ought to have that.
Yes.
You're going to ask him for it.
Well, don't you think it would have more authority coming from you, sir?
No.
Right. Excuse me. Mr. Mannering would rather like to have your rifle.
Who would like to have it?
Captain Mannering.
But he can't have it.
Now, look here, Godfrey. Hand over that gun at once.
I don't see why I should.
Are you refusing to obey an order on active service? Realize we could have you shot for this.
That'll be a bit tricky since he's the only one with a gun.
Permission to speak, sir.
Permission granted, Corporal.
Why don't we take it in turns to have the gun, sir?
What an excellent idea. Draw up a rota. Put my name at the top. That's a very formidable-looking weapon.
Aye, a poor man without an end give him that.
You needn't have bothered to dress.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's my wife's birthday. You see, we're going out for a little dinner celebration. Do you think you're going to be long?
Well, that rather depends on Jerry, doesn't it? Not that we want to interfere with your social arrangements.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. I would have asked you too, and we haven't really been introduced, have we?
No, we haven't, have we?
Well, we can soon arrange that. May I introduce Captain Mannering? I'm afraid I didn't quite catch your name.
Wilson! What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought he might ask me, too.
Your wife's birthday today,
Yes.
is it? You got her a nice present, I suppose.
Well, in all this confusion, I just haven't had time.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Here, cop hold of that, will you, Taffy?
Taffy.
Anything there you fancy?
I say.
There you are. Look, there's a nice little thing. 15 jewels, solid 18 carats, Swiss made, waterproof, shockproof. Can't get them anywhere these days. I'll tell you what, 10 quid and it's yours.
That's extraordinarily generous of you. Thank you very much indeed.
Sure.
Thank you.
Don't suppose I could interest you in anything, could I? Yeah. Thought not.
Forward, stand in, eat! Stand easy. Splendid turnout, men. Splendid. If in 1 hour we can achieve this formidable fighting potential, think what we could do with a week's training. Now, I've got some good news for you. GHQ are rushing our weapons and uniforms down here at once.
Oh, that's good, sir.
Maybe here any moment. Meanwhile, time is not on our side. The enemy may strike tonight. So, we must learn how to deal with it. Now, squat down on the floor. At the double. How can they squat at the double?
Right, Dad. There you go, then. Right. Come on.
Now, Sergeant Wilson has very kindly drawn this representation of a German tank for us. And I want you to observe the following point. Heavy armor in the front here, usually 4-inch plating. 40, 50 or 60 millimeter repeating cannon here. Heavy machine guns here and here. Light machine guns here, here, and here. High pressure flame thrower here in the front. And I'm told on very good authority, 2 hand grenade throwers.
Cool.
A very formidable opponent indeed. But we're going to tackle it. The question is, how? Now,
How about some sugar, sir?
sugar?
Yes.
How would you use it?
Well, you stick it in the petrol tank, and the engine fizzles out.
Yeah, that's right, sir. I read about that somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
That sounds a very good idea, doesn't it, you,
Very
Sergeant?
good indeed. Shall I put in an application for an extra sugar ration, sir?
Yes, we can try it once. If it doesn't work, we'll put the rest in our tea.
How about some spuds?
Spuds?
Yes. You stuff one up the exhaust pipe, and that fails the gases from coming out the engine, and the engine stops.
Yeah, that's right, and all, isn't
I
it?
see.
It is, yeah.
Unfortunately, Corporal, these Nazi tanks are equipped with very long, thin exhaust outlets.
Well, we could use long, thin spuds. Charlotte's Beauty, sir.
King
They're long
Edwards.
and thin.
King Edwards.
No, Charlotte.
What about a carrot? That's got thin, isn't it?
Yes, yes, do that.
If that doesn't work, can we have some chips?
Well, now, your suggestions have stimulated a very lively discussion, but I think, for today, we'll concentrate on my methods. Now, here are the weapons. Blanket, tin of petrol, crowbar, petrol bombs, and a box of matches. Now, this is the procedure. First of all, we take cover, concealing ourselves from the tank.
Here, here.
You hear the tank coming, and as it draws level, the first man soaks the blanket in petrol, breaks cover, and rushes towards the tank. Now, we're going to need a tough commander-like boy for this. Pike, you. Second man will then light the matches, rush to the blanket, and set fire to it.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Can
Yes.
I volunteer for that, sir?
Oh, very well, Corporal.
Thank you, sir.
Do you think that's wise?
All clear so far? Yeah. Fraser, you will prise open the lid of the tank with the crowbar. Walker will have a bomb in each hand, which will be ignited by Corporal Jones, and they will be pushed into the aperture. Any questions?
Yes, sir. What are you going to be doing?
I shall be observing from behind cover and deciding whether or not to send in a second wave. Now, you must understand that the most important part of the whole operation is the decoy. It is essential that one man draws the attention and the fire of the tank gunners to him and away from us. You better be the decoy. Braceful. You. Right, let's try it by numbers. Come and get your weapons. Right, decoy, over here. You work over here in this corner. That's it. There we are. Godfrey, you're in charge of the tank. Over at the other end of the room. There we are. Now, Sergeant Wilson with the whistle when we're ready to go.
Hey, Sarge, can I put the petrol on my blanket now?
Oh, of course not, Bob, of course not. This is a dummy run, for heaven's sake.
All right, stand by.
All right.
Start them off, Sergeant. Right, up you go.
I say.
Oh, that's no good. Look, it's angry for all that fire. Go on, do it again.
I say, you fascist beasts.
Where's the blanket?
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear him coming.
Come on in. Oh. Start again. Start again.
All right, back here.
Come on. And this time make a noise like a tank.
All right, stand by.
I say, you fascist beasts.
Thank you. Right, sit right in, Corporal. Come on.
Sergeant, I'll get the matches to light, sir. Wait a minute.
Start again.
Here we are, sir.
Pike, take charge of the matches this time.
All right, sir.
Well, I'll have the blanket, sir.
All right, Corporal. Yes,
All right, stand by. Right, off you go.
We are going to hang out watching on the sea-free line.
It's your bedtime.
I can't come now, Mum. I'm blowing up the tank.
Yes, dear, well, you'll just have to blow it up tomorrow. Oh, I'm surprised at you. After all, you know what time he goes to bed. Go along, Frank.
Yes, go along, Frank, go along.
Will you be round later, Arthur, for your usual?
Maybe. Later. All right, fall in, come on.
Lorry from GHQ, sir.
Ah, this is it, men. Our weapons and uniforms are...
Captain Mannering, sir.
Yes, come along. I think I know what you've come for.
Just signed there, sir.
Yes. Sergeant, fall the men in outside to help unload.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary, sir.
What?
Here are your uniforms. And your weapons.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good Lord, it's Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Enemy for throwing in the face off. 5 feet.
Well, perhaps not quite what we'd expected, but every weapon in our armory is another nail in the enemy's coffin. Hand out the armbands, Corporal.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Sergeant, dish out the paper.
All right, very well. All right, take one of these. Each one. Thanks, sir. There you are. Well, come for you, Major.
And take it with you wherever you go, men. If you see any parachutists, let them have it.
Back in the cold steel, sir.
That's the spirit, Corporal.
Yes,
Well, we're making progress. A short time ago, we were just an undisciplined mob. Now we can deal with tanks. We can kill with our pikes. We can make them all sneeze with our pepper. And after all, even the Hun is a very poor fighter with his head buried in a handkerchief. But remember, men, we have one invaluable weapon on our side. We have an unbreakable spirit to win. A bulldog tenacity that will help us to hang on while there's breath left in our bodies. You don't get that with Gestapos and jackboots. You get that by being British. So come on, Adolf. We're ready for you. Hooray!